Good morning. Thanks for joining me for this 15-minute Rise and Shine yoga. It's a great thing to do first thing before the day starts in and before we lose track of things that we can do for ourselves to start off the day on the right foot. Every day, upon waking, we are presented with an opportunity for a fresh start. So if you'd like to just settle in here for a few moments in a seated position, of course, if you prefer, lying down is always an option. We'll just take a few moments to connect back to our body and our breath. And as you do, you can make sure that your body is aligned, sitting up nice and straight and tall. As you close your eyes, you're transitioning your focus to yourself inwardly noticing how you're feeling today. So we're starting our body off from a place of more relaxed peacefulness, releasing any tension. And as we do that, it directly impacts our mind as well. Allowing any thoughts to run through the mind, but staying centered on your breath. Taking a deeper breath in and releasing it all the way out. We'll do that 2 more times, taking a nice slow, deep breath in. And as you exhale, breathing out, you may wish to breathe out through your mouth to fully release. One more breath like that, breathing in what your body needs the most, and breathing out whatever your body doesn't need. And then we'll begin to shift around and move a bit. If you'd like to start with a gentle roll of your head from side to side. And you can hold your head to one side for a moment. And then releasing. And moving your head to the other side, holding that for a moment. And then dropping your chin down towards your chest. And on your next breath in, slowly lift your chin up. And on the exhale, release. We'll do that 2 more times. Coming back to center with your head. On your next breath in, if you'd like to reach your arms up. And on your exhalation, just release your arms. Do that 2 more times. This time, just reach one arm up. On your exhalation, come into a side bend. Next breath in, slowly lift back up to the sky, releasing on your exhale. Continue flowing on the other side, breathing in, reaching up, breathing out, coming over. And then breathing in, lifting straight back up, and exhale to release. rolling your shoulders out a few times. And then we'll take our legs out of this position. Just give them a stretch here in a wide-legged pose. You can shake out through your feet, roll your ankles. Take another breath in and reach up. And on your exhalation, we'll come over one side. We don't have to go too far. Just slowly, gradually waking up the body, reducing any stiffness and tension. You can also bend your knee when you come over that leg. Do that a few more times. On the inhale, lifting up. On the exhale, coming over. Do that one more time each side. Slowly reaching up on the inhale and exhale to release. We'll take our legs out of this position. If you'd like to just bring them to the side, we'll transition to all fours and we'll do the cat-cow pose. So on your exhalation, you're gonna pull your belly up, arch your back. On your inhale, slowly look forward. Continue flowing like this for a few more breaths. This time as you exhale, lift your belly, start to drop your hips down towards your feet. Come into the child's pose, letting your head sink down if that's comfortable. If not, you can keep your arms in and just be more lifted through your upper body. Or you can extend your arms out and feel that nice gentle stretch in your back. You can do a little rocking movement from side to side. We'll stay here for 2 to 3 more breaths. So good to take this time. Even just, a few minutes of yoga every day can make such a huge difference, especially at the beginning of the day. We're helping to set the tone and the pace for the rest of the day instead of waking up and allowing the tasks to rule. We're coming back to ourselves and to self-care. So give yourself a big pat on the back for doing this for yourself today. It's wonderful. We're going to transition into a standing position. If you'd like to do that gradually, I'd like to come into, this is a version of a squat with the legs together, arms out in front. I'll take 2 more breaths here. And then on your next exhalation, if you want to start to come back up to standing, down through your feet, you can bend your knees a few times before you come right up to standing. And if your knees tend to be a little on the stiff side, you can also roll your knees a few times. And planting your feet down and standing up nice and straight and tall. We'll take a few breaths in the mountain pose. Just feel your legs here. You can bend and straighten again. And come up through your heels. And we'll shake out through the arms a little bit more. Do some arm rolls. To loosen up those shoulders. And then another warm up is we'll do the flowing twist. And you're just going to let your arms sway from side to side. It's a great way to release tension in the back and create more mobility too. So this time you can really let your arms flop from side to side. Good. We'll come back to center, shaking that out. And a few hip rolls. And in the opposite direction. And then we'll release, come back to center. We're going to do just a nice, easy, flowing sequence. A version of the Sun Salutations. It's beautiful to face the rising sun in the morning and take a few breaths. So you can come to the top edge of your mat if you are in the direction. It doesn't matter if you're inside or outside. It's nice to face the east. And as you breathe in, imagine breathing in the rays of light into your body that are coming from the sun. Imagine those rays of light entering your body and filling you up from the inside. As you release, they flow right through. On your next breath in, if you'd like to reach your arms straight up over your head, you can keep your hands together, pointing your index fingers. A nice big stretch upwards, straightening your arms. On your next exhale, we are going to come over, folding at the hips. You can bend your knees generously here, the first forward bend of the day. And you can look forward as you bend your knees. As you exhale, plant your feet. Maybe let your head sink a little bit more. Maybe straighten your legs a little bit. Let's alternate a couple more times with breath. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, maybe straighten a little bit. Good. Plant your feet. This time, inhale, bend your knees, and slowly rise back up. Exhaling, hands down to your heart. Good. Inhaling. Next time, reaching your arms. Exhale, fold, and come into your forward bend again. This time, halfway up. Hands on your legs, looking forward. Exhale. We're going to step back with the right foot and come into a lunge. Pausing here for a few breaths. Good. We're going to lift the hips a little bit. We're going to slide that front foot back. We're going to come into downward facing dog. Lifting straight up with your hips. You can walk your legs out from side to side. Next time you exhale, start to come down. We're going to slowly bring the right foot forward. So sometimes that's tricky. You can lift your right leg up, bring it forward, swinging it there, transitioning into the lunge again, but on the other side, right foot forward. And then we're going to bring that back foot in and forward bend. Bend your knees again if you're really tight here. Plant your feet down. When you're ready to inhale, reach your arms up. And on your exhale, bring your hands down. Good. Breathing in, reaching up. And breathing out. We're going to come into the forward bend again. Halfway, lift. Exhale, right foot back. Staying in the lunge for a couple more breaths. And then lifting your hips, looking back, stepping back. We're going to transition to plank this time. You can come from your knees, aligning your body here. And then if you'd like to, you can come up onto your feet there. And then we're going to come down onto the belly. And inhale into cobra. Exhale. Coming back down. We'll do that 2 more times. Breathing in to come up. And breathing out to come down. This time you do inhale, plant your hands down, come up, and we're going to slide the arms forward, half dog into full dog. And then we'll lift the left leg. And when you're ready, slide that foot forward into lunge. And then we'll bring the back foot forward, standing forward bend. Let your upper body hang over your legs. You can always bend your knees. You can always come up halfway. Next time you inhale, bend your knees, plant your feet, slowly transition up. And as you exhale, hands together at your heart. Taking a few breaths here, feeling your body warming up, becoming more energized. And from here, just rolling your shoulders out a little bit more. Opposite direction. We're going to slowly come down and we're going to do one more yoga posture, a twist. So if you'd like to, you can do this in a seated position, or if you prefer to lie down, you can lie down with your knees bent and come into the sideline twist. If you're sitting up, notice if you need a little support underneath your hips to keep you nice and straight through your back. And just cross your legs easily. And we'll, on the next exhale, begin to twist. Bring your left hand behind you, right hand on the opposite knee. And feel that twist right from the middle of your torso. Take a few breaths here. Inhale, exhale. Nice and slow and steady with your breath. On your exhalation, slowly release, come back to center. And on your inhale, or next inhale, prepare to twist. We're gonna bring the right hand back, left hand on the opposite knee. As you exhale, move a little bit deeper into your twist, right from the middle of your torso. Take one more breath here. As you exhale, release, come back to center. And we'll transition to lying down for a few moments. If you'd like to lie down longer than I'm here, feel free. If you have time to do anything else, that I'm just starting people off with a shorter practice in the morning just to feel more accessible. Sometimes when people, when we get into our heads that we need to do yoga for traditionally, a class is an hour and a half, it can feel very limiting when our day's busier. So my goal here with these 15-minute sessions is just to help you know that you can do just a few things, and it can really, that consistency of keeping it going can make a huge difference, even if it's just 10, 15 minutes. So if you'd like to lie on your back, you can keep your knees bent and just tune into your spine, trying to get as much of your back to touch. So sometimes we'll do a bit of that bridge to lift up the hips and then roll down, and see if we can align the spine that way by helping every part of your back touch, or as much as you can. And then we can just rest here for a few breaths. You can keep your hands on your belly, elbows relaxed. Feeling your breath move in and out. Rising and falling like a wave in the ocean. We're allowing the body to release any tension. And we surrender more fully to this moment. After a few slower, deeper breaths, just allow the breath to breathe you. My breath is breathing me now. I'm being breathed by my breath. And then you can start to lift up through one leg, drawing that knee in towards your chest. You can do the same with the other. And just give yourself a little, before we come out of this position, just a bit of a squeeze in. Wonderful for the lower back and the hips. And from here, you can pull over onto your side. And slowly come up. Of course, on your own time, whenever you're ready. There's no need to rush. And of course, at home, you have the liberty of continuing to flow longer if you have time. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste. If you want to sit for a few moments, just enjoy, especially if you're outside like I am, it's wonderful just to enjoy the morning time, peaceful energy. And we'll see you again soon. Thanks for joining in. Have a great day.